If you hear a little something in the background, my roommate's playing music, so, but it's pretty quiet. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it. I am losing light by the moment, so I had to start filming. I couldn't wait it out. Hello, my name is Isabellerina and welcome back to another video. Today I had a dance audition, so that's why the makeup is a little messy. Also, my hair has seen better days because I just got back from the gym. I got cut from the audition, so I went to the gym after. But I did want to tell you guys how I'm getting ready for audition season, or how I was getting ready for audition season. I wrote down a whole list. It's similar to what I would do before I would compete at nationals, but it's different now because I'm not competing anymore. I'm doing real job auditions, professional auditions. It's so scary and weird to say. But yeah, I wrote it all down in like a journal, and it was gonna be like my audition journal, and I was gonna write like stuff I learned from auditions. Can't find it. It might be in my locker, it might be lost somewhere in the trunk of my car. It's really unfortunate, but I did take a picture of the list before I lost it. So I'm gonna tell you guys all the stuff I wrote down in my journal, everything I started 6 to 8 weeks before the audition. Yep, here's my audition prep picture of it. This is stuff I would try to do every day. It's really hard to do all this stuff in one day, so sometimes I would just like pick and choose, because obviously there's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm doing a really intense program, so we would be at dance for 8 hours, so I couldn't always do all this every single day, but I would try my best. And yeah, if you guys are wanting some motivation, if you're getting ready for any type of audition or your nationals or anything like that, and you just want to feel extra prepared, I'm here to help you. I'm your girl. So the first thing I have on my list is to eat healthy. Obviously, food is a hard thing to talk about because everyone has different opinions and preferences and experiences with that, especially as dancers. So all I'm gonna say about that is, me personally, this is just me, I'm not a professional, I don't know anything. I try to eat more vegetables, so like I would eat vegetables with my dinner. I focus more on getting in more protein, so in the morning I would have like a protein smoothie, and at night I would have chicken or like a turkey, something like that with the vegetables. For lunch I would just eat kind of whatever I had. And then I'm a girl who loves a sweet treat, and I would still have a sweet treat at night, just not like the bowl of ice cream I have literally every night. For sweet treats that are like higher in protein, a little bit more nutritious for you, I don't know if these are nutritious, I just know they're higher in protein, I would eat the Kodiak brownies instead of like, you know, I'm a big cookie girl. Instead of like eating a cookie at the end of the night or like a bowl of ice cream, I would have the Kodiak brownies, or I would just have some dark chocolate. Trader Joe's has like dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Probably do have a lot of sugar, but in my opinion, if it's from Trader Joe's, it's healthier for you. Yasso has Greek yogurt poppables and Greek yogurt ice cream bars I would eat also. So there's a lot of like alternatives. No one's saying you have to give up your sweet treat. I definitely didn't. So I just focused a little bit more on eating a little bit healthier to get my body ready for all the auditions I'm doing. We're doing 11 auditions. We're not done with them yet. We have 3 more, but 11 auditions. I had to get my body in shape, even though we literally are in shape all year. But okay, so the next thing on my list was over the course of, on here it says 6 weeks, so maybe I did start at 6 weeks before. I just feel like I was doing this for longer. But over the course of 6 weeks, I wanted to take 5 CLI studio classes in various styles and record myself, not to post on Instagram or nothing, but just to review and to give myself some feedback. So that's something I did. I don't think I did all 5. I think I did like 3 because we were so busy, but I'm at the CLI conservatory, so we literally take CLI classes like 8 a day, so I think it's okay. I'm gonna give myself the pass on that one. The next thing on my list was to drink a gallon of water every day. This is something I definitely did not do. It was really hard for me, and I also added to drink electrolytes. So sometimes drinking water isn't enough because you don't get like the minerals that you need back in your body. So you just add, or I would just add some electrolytes, and there was a lot of days I did hit the gallon, but it wasn't every day. But I did try, and I started adding electrolytes. This is a Prime one. This is the brand I get. This is the ice pop flavor, but my favorite is the blue raspberry flavor. So if you need a recommendation, I got you. Okay, the next thing on my list was that I would do stretch or strengthening, alternating. So I wouldn't do both. I would stretch one day and strength train the next day, and then 6 times a week and 1 day off. I would look at my schedule and see what dance day of mine was the heaviest, and that would be my day off. But yeah, so strength training, something I do is I go to the gym, or I like to do YouTube workout videos. I like to work with some resistance bands, and yeah. And then for stretching, Anna McNulty has the best stretch videos, or I'm pretty good at like making up my own stretches. I have some stretch videos on my TikTok if you guys want to look at some of my stretch routines. But yeah, so I would strength train 1 day, stretch the next day, follow for 6 days, 1 day off. The next thing I did to prepare for audition season is I was doing the Taylor Swift plank challenge. If you guys don't know what this is, it's so hard. I did it most days. I think only over spring break I didn't do it, but you plank to Taylor Swift songs from shortest to longest. So you start with Now That We Don't Talk, it's like a little over 2 minutes, and you end with 10-minute All Too Well 10-minute version. This is a very long challenge because Taylor Swift has a lot of songs, and now that the Tortured Poets department is out, I don't even know, I don't know if I'm gonna add those and I don't know if I can. That's something I did every day, and there was some days I couldn't make it past like whatever song it was, so I would do that song again. I think the longest time I was stuck on a song was like 4 days. The challenge is really hard, you guys, but it's getting your core ready. So okay, at CLI we have like a personal branding class where we learn about our Instagrams, because as dancers we're a business. So something that I included in my getting ready for auditions is 1 to 3 social media posts every week, whether that be Instagram, TikTok, or here on YouTube. I would just make sure to post 1 to 3 times a week. And it's good because when I make content for TikTok, I could post it here for YouTube Shorts, and I can also post it on Instagram Reels. And you would think it takes a lot of time, but it doesn't. The next thing I did to get ready for audition season is I would go to the gym. I would really only go on the weekends. There's not a lot of times where we would have dance and I would go before or after. I only did that like a handful of times, but on the weekends I would go and I would do weights. I would separate it upper body, lower body, and then I would just do one. I wouldn't do both. And then I would do sprints on the treadmill. I hate the treadmill, y'all. I'm pretty good about like doing extra cardio because I love the elliptical, but I wanted to sprint on the treadmill. This is so silly. It's not silly, I think it's smart. Like, I would play a song and I would sprint for the verse and the chorus. That doesn't make any sense. To me it does. I would sprint for the verse and the chorus and then take a break and then sprint again. And I would just do that a few times until I was like over it. But I did that because if we're in an audition and we do a combo and then they're like, okay, switch lines and do it again, I don't want to be so winded that I can't do the combo well. So I was adding in those sprints to make sure I got my stamina up. Alright, the next thing on my audition prep list is breathing techniques, or techniques to calm the nervous system. We have wellness class and we would kind of go over these things, and one of our other teachers, Casey, she would go over stuff like this with us as well. And I had a meeting with her about it because I was someone who would get so stressed, and this is something that honestly I have improved a lot on, because I used to be so stressed before like any event that I would make myself like sick. I would get so, it wasn't even just nervous, like I would be so stressed out. And for these auditions, obviously I'm nervous because I care, but I wasn't so stressed to the point of like off the walls like I used to be. So this is something I really improved on going into these auditions. I'm always just a little bit nervous. I'm never like freaking myself out, so that's something that has helped. A good tip I got, if you guys want one, is whenever the people come in who are auditioning us, I would try to like familiarize myself with them. So like if someone came in and I was like, oh, like that looks like my brother, just like, or like, oh, like this looks like my friend or my old dance teacher, I would just familiarize myself with the people at the table just to make them like less intimidating. And also that, anyways, that's just something, a tip I got that I thought was really helpful. Okay, the next thing on my list is RICE. I am the worst with this. RICE stands for, if you don't know, rest, ice, compression, elevate. I haven't gotten any injuries yet, knock the wood. But guys, I'm really bad with resting because I like to do stuff. I'm really bad with icing because it's cold. I'm really bad with compression because I don't have anything to compress myself with. That's something I honestly never do, is compression. I used to get ankle pain, so I do have like ankle compression, but it's not something that has been bothering me here, so I haven't used that at all. And elevate, I never elevate my legs, guys, but I would do one per day. I would choose one. I wouldn't do all 4. I would choose one per day and do it. So that's something I had to implement because I'm the worst with that. Alright, the next thing I did was plan my outfits. I'm gonna make a Instagram post later about some outfits I wore to the audition. Yeah, I planned my outfits really far in advance, so this is something that got checked off the list really fast. And I love all the outfits I've been wearing to the auditions, not to toot my own horn. Okay, the next thing on my list was to take my vitamins and supplements. I didn't take any vitamin or supplements before I came here, but I really didn't want to be sick for these auditions, so I got some vitamin C. And also these are so good. Okay, if there's an audio change, it's because my computer just deleted the whole thing I just recorded on this microphone. So I'm gonna have to use the audio from this camera, but I'm really upset about that actually. Like, my computer just fully restarted for no reason, and it just deleted everything I just recorded. I'm so mad. Why would it do that? I would take my vitamins. Guys, now I'm in a bad mood. Vitamin C. There was a probiotic I would take, but I ran out. And then some fish oil because I don't eat fish. And did you guys know that you should have, like, I think it's like 2 servings of, like, 2 or 3 servings of fish to meet the omega-3s you're supposed to get in a day. I don't eat any fish because I hate it. So the next thing on my list is to keep my room clean and any other de-stressors. Keeping your room clean is supposed to be a de-stressor. I've honestly gotten really good at this. It's just like since the audition started, my room has gotten really messy. But before that, I was really good at keeping my room clean, which is a huge win for me because I am a messy gal, I have to say. But since the audition started, my room has been a disaster because every day I'm like... The last thing on my list is to practice improv in various styles and record myself for feedback. This is something I stuck to, not every day, I just did it a few times. I would put someone else's playlist and shuffle it and put a song, so that way I wasn't always dancing to a sad Taylor Swift song because that's the music I would choose to dance to. But yeah, that's all the stuff I did to get ready for audition season and to prepare myself. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave them below. Again, I'm just a girl, so I couldn't do all this stuff in one day. I would try my best, but sometimes I would slip up. Obviously, I was gonna slip up. I had like 400 things on that list, but some good motivation always. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe. And you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to my vlog channel if you want to see some more content from me. And I love you guys. And if you made it this far to the video, comment down below. You deserve your audio back because I do. Anyways, I love you guys. Bye.